This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? We are here tonight on Monday to bring you all the latest fun stuff, which may or may not be good. I don't know. I know we live in a country where a woman was engulfed in flames by a guy who didn't belong here. And the police walk by while she's on fire. The mainstream media says that she caught fire somehow. It's despicable how many people we have lost for in this country, in this war we're having with our government. Anyway, we're going to bring some people on, I guess. See who's here. Well, first in is the Chuckinator, Mr. Chainsaw Chucky himself, Chuck Cook, all the way from Wisconsin.
From
Then we have number
Wisconsin.
two is Randy Rhodes, all the way from Pennsylvania, in the Amish country,
Randy.
where
Hey.
they put high end stereos in their horse and buggies and stuff, and do that for some reason.
Right.
And of course, from my home state of Florida, Dave Glovin from Boogie with the Bull. He is both boogieing and bowling tonight. Tonight, Nick is at the doctor in Lafayette, Louisiana, with his father. He may show up at the end, towards the end. I don't know. Depends. Back. It's a ways from his house. And Daryl is picking up the slack at work for someone who has taken a vacation, and he will not be back, he says, until the first of the year. So we will miss him, of course. But I guess we'll get started here. Dave, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Hello, Chuck. Hello, Randy. Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Davey.
Dang, that sounded
All right,
good, Randy.
Yeah.
Hey, he's in a
Like
good
Bullwinkle.
mood tonight. Like Bullwinkle.
Sounds like Bullwinkle. Yeah. Randy the Bullwinkle singer.
My God.
All right, anyway, Randy, while you're down there in a good mood, well, what was in a good mood, how you doing?
My brother just, and all the love that brothers have for each other, just sent me a picture of his fake leg. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know if I can live like that. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
No. There you go. Yep.
Oh my God. And all because, now, folks, I want to show this to you again. This is your public service announcement, okay? My brother was diabetic, is diabetic. He had an infection on his big toe and he ignored it to a point to where he lost his leg. And now that's how he has to live. So, folks, if you're diabetic, take care of yourself. If you're not, take care of yourself so you don't get diabetes. That's my PSA for today. Earlier, when you were first came on, Michael, Jerry, you were talking about
Hold on. Hold
New
on.
York.
We're not done with the we're not done with the how do you
Oh,
do's,
okay.
but I'll let
Okay.
you start.
Sorry.
Uh, uh, Everyone forgets Chuck because he's but Wisconsin must his day. So
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Randy don't care.
That's okay.
But anyway,
I can sit here and I can. Oh, go ahead. I'll shut up.
no, please, no, please go ahead.
Okay.
I hang on every word, Chuck. You know that. There's so few of them that I just
Yeah, I know you do.
I can't not.
And this
Yeah, there
this
you
is
go.
this is going to be more than 7 words. So fasten your seatbelt. Don't miss
Uh-oh.
your ashtray either. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
now we were under a winter weather advisory today for southern Wisconsin. We were supposed to get a glazing of ice. You know, that's real fun to drive on, and it never happened. It was from 3 a.m.
Yeah.
till 3 p.m. today. Didn't get shit. A lot of the ice and stuff on the roads, you know, from people packing it down, that all melted. But other than that, no. Yeah, the weather's great. We got
Oh, good.
34 degrees here right now.
All right.
Okay.
Well, in the comments, we have William Grant. How you doing, William? Miss Jolene is with us. Larry Burns from Canada. Let's see. That looks like it's well. There's Chuck. Half the people on the screen that are commenting on here. I guess that's it. And apparently, the Minnesota Metro. Anybody who wishes to come on, let me know. I will send you a link. Over here on Rumble, where we also live, we have at least 3 people watching. And X, I'm sure we're bringing up the rear with. We're not far behind. Far behind. What's his name? Alex Jones, I'm sure. Which. Yeah, he has 926,000, and we are holding pretty damn steady at 0. So we got that going for us. Anyway, well, let's get back to Randy because he was going to bring up what I was talking about. So go ahead, Randy.
Well, you did a pretty good opening monologue about New York and why no one should ever travel through New York or even for that matter live there. But so as the story goes, this woman, I assume she's homeless, she's sleeping on the back of the subway. Apparently, she has a shitload of layers of clothing on her. Okay, several layers of clothing, and they found numerous numbers of bottles of alcohol. Now, my personal opinion is that the dude used the alcohol to dose her because when he took the lighter to her, she went up like an instant. Okay, but
Yeah.
the strange thing is that it took several moments before she realized that she was on fire. She had actually walked from the back of the subway towards the entrance and was actually at the entrance standing upright when she realized she was on fire and she started screaming. And there's this asshole. He's set on fire. He's fanning the flames with his coat. This police officer walked past her not once but twice, and you have at least a half a dozen people yelling and screaming and taking video. No one is running to grab something to try and put her out. No one's running trying to grab a fire extinguisher for at least a good period of time to help this woman. Now, given that, if I was her and the flames got doused out halfway through, I wouldn't want to live that way, because I'm sure she's scarred up pretty good and melted. But the point of it we're trying to make here is, I hope they obviously they can identify the police officer. That really good video of him. I hope he gets found. I hope he gets loses his job. I hope he or gets reassigned or something.
Well, he's found.
That has to be.
They found him.
Well, the bad guy that he found. I'm talking about the cop. The cop needs to be found, and he needs to be punished. I know they found that the guy who set her on fire. He actually was his second time coming through our country. Okay, so again, Biden, failure on protecting the border, and unfortunately, no one in the politic world is going to get blamed for this. Again, another senseless death at the hands of illegal. My personal opinion, my wife agrees with me. Eye for eye, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. They should set this dude on fire.
Yep, absolutely.
Agree with that 100%.
Absolutely, I 100% agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And
And I'm glad you said it because I really did not want to, but it's probably good that she is no longer with us, because that death
Right.
is horrifically painful. And all I can keep thinking is if this was a black guy and a white guy did this right now, New York City be burnt to the ground. Everybody be
Yeah.
burning. And because this was a homeless woman, I'm assuming white from the name, but I don't actually know. And nothing, really. It's all over X. I do not, and I have not watched the video. I will not watch the video. I don't believe in those videos, and they're everywhere. And I don't think they should be allowed. I think they should show her picture before all this and let her be remembered that way. But you know, if I'm gonna live
Um,
to what I preach, then I have to allow other people to do what they want. But damn. You know, how many people have to, like the one in California where she was walking with her dad and the illegal shot her and then they let him off in court. They found him not guilty. And,
Yeah.
how many people have to die
You
before
know,
you?
the thing with this one here,
Go ahead, Chuck.
Too
the
many.
thing with this one here is she probably, like you said, probably doused her with the alcohol and lit it on fire. Well, that's a flame that you really don't recognize because, it's kind of hard to see, it's because it's blue. And a lot of the interior of buses and stuff are white and blue. So she didn't realize it until she felt the heat from it, probably. I mean, if it was just setting the clothes on fire, they would have been orange. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's a shame. That's kind of shit does not need to be happening for sure.
agreed.
We
Go
need
ahead,
to.
Dave.
Thank you. We need to combat their violence with violence against them. It's like Randy said, Hammurabi's code, an eye for an eye. I don't care what you want to call it anymore, but we need to combat them with the violence that they think is okay for them to do. We need to combat it against them. Is it going to stop anybody from doing this? Is it going to stop another person from pouring gas on anybody and setting them on fire? No. But eventually we will hopefully avenge every death by doing it to the person that killed them, and then hopefully maybe one day people will understand if you pour gas on somebody and set them on fire, we're going to pour gas on you and set you on fire. And maybe then, and only then, it will stop. But I doubt it.
And the funny thing is the mayor says, "Oh yeah, New York City subway is the safest way to travel." No, it's not. There's been 9
Yeah,
homicides
I
reported
wouldn't.
since 2024. It's not the safest way to travel.
I wouldn't even trust the L train down in Chicago either. You know, I don't like going to big cities. I mean, I do for the escorting job, but we're not anywhere downtown or anything like that where a lot of the shit happens. But we're pretty much out in the suburbs and doing bridges and stuff. But yeah, but shithole Chicago and New York, you can have them. I have no wants to go out and look at the Empire State Building or fuck that. No, I don't need it. Go ahead.
Did you see?
Well,
Change this.
I don't
I
know.
don't know if you want to change this topic, but you see what the Democrats are finally starting to come out and saying that they are now admitting that Biden has not had the mental stability uh, set to run the country since 2021, and that there was indeed a shadow government calling the shots?
Yeah, uh, big surprise that they knew. You'd have to be as brain dead as Joe not to know. I gotta tell you something. Our society is falling the fuck apart. It really is. Anyway, I can't get over this. I'm sorry. I mean, we put a guy that's a potato in the White House. He does what he does. Obama did it. You know, everybody lets anybody up freaking in this. And this is what happens. And it happens literally every day. Three illegals stabbed some people. So I think it was the same day or the day before, and they caught them the same day as this. In surprisingly enough, New York, and here we are. Here we are. I'm happy I don't live in New York. If they had subways in Florida, everybody would drown in them. But you know, we have our share of crime. It's not like it's perfect utopia or anything. But we don't have this kind of crime. Now we used to. Back when the Mariel boat lift was going on in the 70s, there was a guy got on a bus. He was Cuban. He had blood on his coat, and the driver was trying to figure out if he was okay. And apparently, the reason the guy had blood on his coat when the cops came was they searched him and found a severed finger in his pocket with a ring on it that he cut the guy's finger off to steal the ring. And so it's not new, but it's way more now. And you know, um, back in the 80s during the cocaine wars and everything, thousands of people died in Miami. The Cubans, the Colombians, you name it. Whoever was here was killing the hell out of everybody. Not mention what they were doing with the drugs, but it's pretty bad.
Where's all the background noise coming from? I'm hearing voices.
I don't know. Let me.
Yeah,
Oh,
like a
voices? I
TV
don't
show,
know.
radio show.
The TV in the living room. Yeah.
It's
Don't hear it now.
Chuck.
It's gone.
Yeah, I just put him on mute. It's Chuck. It's you, Chuck.
Okay.
You're a bad
All
person,
right.
Chuck. God damn it.
Fine. Not much. She's in the other room listening
Okay.
to TV, and
Are you using a microphone or a microphone built into?
just a
What you
headset.
using for your sound?
Just a headset.
Probably built in.
Are you using a microphone or
built in.
like this, or is it built into your computer?
It's built into the headset.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's in the
see.
headset.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you can adjust
No.
the.
I can go on speaker here. Take the headset and disconnect it. Maybe that'll help.
I know with my
I don't hear it now, Chuck, and you're not on mute, so I don't hear it now. So you might be good.
Okay. Now I'm on the laptop speaker. How's that?
yeah, depending
you
on your
sound
microphone.
different. Okay.
This thing here picks up my wife talking downstairs in the living room. So I got to watch, make all the necessary adjustments to try and mute her out.
Joe Dell
So,
is with us. How are you,
drones.
Joe? Nice to see you. Oh, we're back to that. Okay, so what's going on with the drones, Randy?
Well, more and more of them are showing up. They're across our nation. They're showing up in other countries now. I'm getting to a point now where it's getting harder to determine if the videos are actually being shown are real or AI or whatever, because you can't tell because the reality is so damn good. But I have to be honest with you. I'm scared to think of what they might be and why they have them. Um, if they're, I don't think they're aliens. I don't think they're from another country, another country, another universe. I think they're man-made, but I don't know if they're from a hostile country that's filmed because they do appear to be hovering more over governors' mansions, over military bases, things like that. Um, it just surprises me that no one has been able to shoot one down. And actually, now there are some of them in video being shot down. I saw one where it was flying from land out to the ocean, and it was in flames. And when it hit the curvature of the ocean to the sky scenario, it hit water and blew up. And then this fighter jet is flying, behind it. Don't know if it's real. It's too hard to tell. But I just hope that when Trump gets into the White House, that he's able to put all of our concerns at ease, saying that he put a stop to them. They were Chinese, they were spying on us, but don't worry, folks, I got things handled, and he takes care of it.
I think it's us, either the military,
Yeah.
some
Yep.
corporation, something is doing something. That's what I think, but I have no proof either way, so
The
it doesn't really matter, I guess.
the
But
bu-
in the end, but
the bulk of the reels that I watched today, because today was just a day to watch reels, had different military people saying they couldn't talk about it, but we're going to find out very quickly that it is our military. What exactly they're doing, I can't tell you. Uh, is it alien? Every once in a while, you get a military person who's high enough and will speak and says, it's not alien, it's us.
yeah,
And then some even go as far as to make it look like it's a Hollywood production. Also, they pointed out that Elon Musk's brother, Kimball, owns a
Yeah,
9,000 drone entertainment drone company. And he's done things in the sky over rock concerts, NFL football games, corporate whatevers. And they're not saying that he's involved with it, but they're saying that it could very well be like that. Someone who owns or has access to a larger amount of drones working with the military. Uh, and some think that it's a military production to scare us into, I guess, I don't know, maybe thinking Biden's going to become our king, but I don't really know. I wish Trump would
I
come
don't
out
think
and go public with it, but obviously he can't, or he would have.
I don't I don't think that I have no idea why. I think it just keeps people guessing, and that's fine. It's already starting to go out of the news. You can see on X where nobody's really talking about that because
Yeah.
of what happened with the lady on the subway. We have the attention span of a goldfish in this country anymore. And it's like I remember when Nikki Haley did that big speech at the UN, and this was long after she started the Confederate flag crap, and people wanted her to be the president. And it's like, are you people insane? Well, what the hell's wrong with you? She's obviously a rhino, and it came out very quickly during the election when she was running for president, especially when she didn't do well, and blah blah blah. So I hope we find it out, but it's not on top of my list of things to find out. I want to find out if as I think he is. I personally only think he's half as evil as he actually is, but um, you know, uh, I want people. I want to find out the crimes that were. I want to see the list of people who from the slush fund. I want to see the Epstein list. I want to see the Diddy list. I want to see this, and then I want these people gone, and I want many of them in jail. I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to have grace and all this stuff, but we've come too far from where we need to be, and I believe we need to large names need to go to prison. I don't care about their mental state. I don't care about their age. I don't care about anyone because they didn't give a damn about me or anybody else for all these years.
Sure.
Yeah. Uh, when Adam Schiff, my brain farted for a second. I apologize. When Adam goes before the House to testify in his own defense, and he is convicted beyond the shadow of a doubt, I hope the first thing that happens is he is ordered to and has to step down from the Senate, and he is done. I mean, done with elected politics of any kind. He can't even be elected dog catcher of where he lives. He's all done. Nancy Pelosi, she fell down and broke a hip. Well, she should be testifying to save her soul before the House, and a prison hospital can take as good care of her as any other hospital. That's just me. These people have taken our country, something I've lived in for 62 years and been proud of it since day one, and I still am proud of it, and kind of ground it up and bent us over. And you know what? I'm just tired of it. Absolutely just tired of it.
Yeah. Hey, and on a good note, I went over to Culver's here in Beloit, and it was busier than shit in there. And there was this little girl, I shouldn't call her little, about 16, 17, out on a date with a real tall, blonde haired guy. Anyways, there was a few of us senior people in there, and she was letting them all go ahead of her and everything. And I said, you know what? Your parents taught you right. I said, that was a good thing to see, because most of these kids these days, they don't give a shit, but it was good to see that. And I let her know. Go ahead, Jerry.
No, I was yeah, and that's what we need more of because the problem is that we don't see enough, and it happens every day, probably everywhere, but we don't see enough of it. All we see is the blood and guts, and if it bleeds, it leads, and all that bullshit. Um, the crookedness, the corruption, the you know people running for cover because some asshole decides to go shoot something up, or we need to see more of that, and every day. We need to see, the save the family or three kittens from a fire or the guy who doesn't know this one or that one. People like, Daniel Penny, who he did something and that most everybody else is with a cell phone watches crap and he actually did something. We need more of that. Now, probably would have been better off if he didn't kill the guy, but or if even if he did, but nevertheless, we need people to stand up instead of sitting there trying to get famous on social media and do something. Because holding the cell phone and cheering it on in the background and hoping it lasts 4 or 5 minutes so that you get more famous. That is, holy shit, that's horrible. Robert Lawless says he has
Sorry,
a
my
lot to
turn my
say
mic.
about the next generation. Would you like to come on and say it? You're welcome. Let me know. I'll send you a link. But you know, people out.
He's
Go ahead.
he got his hair and noses done,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
he's
should be
probably
he
looks
should be
pretty
good.
good. I guess. I don't know. It's got to be an improvement.
The,
Whatever.
I'm
Did you
sorry,
hear what
I
happened in
interrupted.
Germany?
Jerry, go ahead.
Yes, yes. The Christmas was it Bazaar or
Yeah.
something? Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, and the German citizens are actually now starting to sound a lot like the United States, where they're saying, "Hey, it's time to start kicking these people out of our country. Um,
Yeah,
they don't belong here. They don't have the same standards of respect for life that we do." Um,
correct.
and so, but we know who they're blaming. They're blaming the organizers of the Christmas thing because there wasn't enough barricades to keep a car from plowing down through all the people. You know,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If that guy wanted to, he would have drove his car through it. He would have hit it, or he would have came with a vehicle that would have gotten himself through it, or figured out a way to get into it if he wanted. If he wanted to do it. What I wanted to say, but I had my mic turned off, was we need to get back to a point where the Good Samaritan Act covers a Good Samaritan. And if somebody breaking the law dies, hey, if the police showed up and they had to fire their guns to kill the guy to stop it, what's the difference? Then a Good Samaritan comes up, holds him down, and in the course of holding him down, the guy dies. At least he didn't kill anybody.
yeah.
Right,
Right.
You
right.
know, I mean, this
It's
is
like
I
this is
remember
ridiculous.
I always have that
who
question.
was that? Well, Dave lived up
Go
there.
ahead, Jim.
Who was that girl? I think it was in the '60s who died in New York and was screaming for like 15 minutes, and nobody came to help her, and some guy raped and killed her or something. Oh God, was her well Genevieve? I
I,
think
I,
was her
I,
last name,
I don't remember the
Genevieve.
name, but the
But
story
the
made
big
every
thing
single
about
cop.
people not getting
Go ahead.
involved was a big thing, and throughout the since then, there's been states that have enacted laws where if you don't get involved in helping, I don't know how the hell you enforce this. You
Yeah,
can actually go to jail. I'm not sure you can enforce this or anything, but whatever. Um, but it used to be you saw a woman getting beat up, a kid. Well, if you saw a kid getting beat up, you walk by and smile and say, "Well, that kid ain't going to be like running around the store and acting like an idiot." But if somebody was being attacked, men would come from all over the fucking place. And where I see a lot of this on video is fucking Russia. Their guys over there do not put up with this crap. Period. And they don't care who it is. And they beat them senseless. And hey, Brooklyn Pajano, I guess, is here with us. Brooklyn is, Brooklyn is the kind of person that she puts up a post, and I know who it is even before I look at the name. I love that. I do. I really do. So nice to see you, Brooklyn. Nice to see you. Um, I, what Chuck just said is a very simple and small thing, but it just goes to show the difference. And as far as the Christmas thing, let's see, Germany, France, and one other place. They are in France. I think they're in Paris, screaming, "The Muslims must go." Germany, they are incensed as much as we are about this illegal killed this woman, um, and saying basically the same thing. Um, but we're not hearing about it. But in every Western country, it's starting to come to a boil, and at some point, it's going to explode. Somebody is going to get the idea to rush the parliament, rush this, do what the January Sixers do, but with intent. Let's put it that way. And hey, Tina, how you doing? And maybe that's what's going to take. I don't know. But politicians need to be They, you know what? We need to burst their bubble that they live in, that they feel all safe to be able to say stuff about us and whoever else they want without any repercussions. That bubble needs to be blown the hell up. Okay, because in the end, when you were
Hey,
disrespectful to your parents, they blew your bubble up right quick. Okay, with a swift kick in the ass or something. All right. And that's what it needs. These people are nothing like AOC. She's nothing more than a child. Okay. She says the subways are unsafe because of Daniel Penny, not because of people with knives that are stabbing people, without thought. Not because of people, God, I can't get over this, setting other people on fire. None of that. It's because of Daniel Penny who actually did something. All right. So I don't know.
hey, Jerry, do you think that once the other countries of the world start seeing us deport our illegal aliens, criminals in this country that came from other countries, do you think maybe that will be their eyes opening and they will all start doing it too?
Well,
I mean, I kind of wonder if they're just waiting to see if we actually do it.
here's the deal.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
America,
We are going
yeah.
to do it. I don't mean that we're not going to do it, but I think they're waiting to see if we actually do it.
Well,
Because if we do it, then maybe their eyes will open and they'll go, shit, we can do it too.
we and everybody gets an opinion here. So we still lead the world. Well, most of it anyway. Some we don't lead at all, and that's why they're living in the seventh freaking century. But so there is a chance that could happen. But you take places like, we don't realize it, but places like Australia and even England are exceedingly liberal in their politics, and I'm talking about their government. We think we don't think we know that elections are being stolen over here, all up and down the ballots, all in every type of election, local, national, state, whatever. Um, Over there, they're doing. You think they're not doing the same thing? I mean, we have Canada, which may or may not have a no confidence vote, and Trudeau may be forced to resign. Who knows? Hopefully, he at least gets voted out the next time. We have, depending on how much they cheat. We have England, where they're about to have, I believe, a no confidence vote in Steyer, whatever his name is. Um, who may have to resign. People are their own countries, and won't help them, but they will help anything that walks over the border in these countries. And um,
Yep.
I don't know who's a good idea, but and I can only speak for this country, and really, I guess myself. But I look around on the screen, I look around at the people in the comments and read the comments. Uh, as Americans, we're not going to play that game too much longer. And you could take that as a threat, a warning, a promise, any way you damn well please. But we are not going to put up with this too much longer. It is going to take one thing. How it isn't setting a woman on fire in a subway is beyond me. But it's going to take one thing, and we're just that's going to be it. And we've had enough. And some place is getting stormed, and some place is it's not going to turn out well. It's just we are we're done. We're done hearing this crap, and we're done having it to happen to our families. Now they just they just deported a mother and I think it's 4 children. 2 of them are twins, which I know because they put that in the article. Like that means something to me. They were born in America, and you know what? I don't agree. Deporting them. Here's what I would agree with: deport more of them until they are all deported. I don't give a damn where they were born. I don't give a damn about any of that crap. The reason they were born here is so that you had an country, so I don't give a shit. You can say all the little sad damn things in the world you want. You can talk about how, oh, these poor put upon migrants who took such a dangerous journey. Screw you. I don't care. Get them the fuck out. And I'm tell you something. It's kind of sad that you have to make that statement. It really is. I've known a lot of people have immigrated to this country, as we all have. You can't, everybody. I can remember when hearing a Caribbean accent in Florida was kind of cool. People were very nice. They came here the correct way. They became, eventually they became Americans, and they had a cool accent. And then all of a sudden, one day I woke up and everybody had Spanish accent of some sort, or didn't speak English, or said they didn't speak English at all. And you realize you've been overrun. So let's see, Randy, what's your opinion?
Hold on. Overrun,
No, let's go to
indeed.
Oh,
Damn it to hell.
I can hear you.
What did I do now?
You there? You there?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Okay. I keep saying I never get the damn money to buy a fucking new cord. Anyways, yeah, we're being overran. I agree with you. And the problem is this, and I'll probably get the postcards in the mail about this comment, but, there are certain ethnicities who are coming into this country illegally, and they immediately get government support of the entire list. You name it, they're getting it. But they have so many kids. Their belief is they can have as many women as they want as their wives, whether it's through an official marriage ceremony or just saying that you're my wife and it's a done deal. And then she lays with him and she's pregnant, and then the next one's pregnant, the next one's pregnant, because as many kids as they can get get together, they're getting more additional funding for it. And in their minds, it makes it more difficult to export back to their countries because, oh my God, you're separating the children from the parents. No, that's not our fault. That's their fault because they're having too many damn kids to all the damn wives. England's got the same problem. Europe's having the same problem. These people don't care how many kids they have because they're not supporting them. They're not the ones going out and working to put food on the table. They're going to the downtown government office with their damn card, getting renewed every month, and they're going to the store and they're buying food better than I can afford. And and that's just the way somehow that's how the government looks at these people, like they're something special. No, they're not special. They're destroying the very fabric of your country. When you're in England and in some places here in the United States, if you can't walk safe as an American citizen or an English citizen, and you can't safely walk down your streets or even go back into your hometown because it's been overran by a certain ethnicity, that's a problem. It's kind of funny, besides the fact that, Trump was, half joking, half serious about making Canada the 51st and 52nd state. Now he's talking about buying, what the hell country was it? I just had it here. Hang on a second.
The Panama Canal. The Panama
No, no, no,
Canal.
no, no. Yeah, besides that, Greenland. He made a
Greenland, yeah,
comment on
Yeah.
Truth Social that that'd be one of the things you just definitely got to do is buying the Greenland. Uh, you know what? Go good for him. There's nothing like expanding your country, but I'm sorry. It's time to start kicking these people out, making them come back legally, uh, and make them come back with. And as I understand it, you're allowed to come into our country legally if you were bringing with you some type of education, a college degree, some type of trade, or some type of physical ability to better our own country. You're not coming here to detract from our country. Coming here to make our country better. Through an education, through music. You know, I mean, you see all these damn Asian kids, like 4 or 5, 6 years old, and they're out there with the friggin' orchestras playing the piano or a violin at 4 or 5, 6 years of age. That's a benefit to our country because that makes our country better. That's fine. And you come to our country, all you're going to do is sit on your back and have babies or make babies, and you go to the country market and use our taxpayer money to buy your food, to pay for your house, pay for your car, and everything else you got, your Social Security, your medical, your education. Hell, now if you go to damn prison, I just saw this guy. He's a terrorist. He's got tattoos all over the damn place. He was arrested for the murder and rape of several children, and he's allowed to do a complete sex transfer from male to female at the taxpayer's expense. Where's the
yeah,
sense in that?
none. I was um, looking at Brooklyn's post there, or comment, sorry. And also Joe Dell says we could kill two birds with one stone, send the illegals to Greenland, let them fend for themselves. I was, today, just like a couple of few hours ago, I was thinking we should take Greenland and turn it into a penal colony. So that's kind of funny you said that. But Brooklyn says when I got back to New York, I was shocked, and she was, I believe, born and raised there. In obviously, I'm assuming Brooklyn, but New York was a perfect example of family and everything else, and you knew everybody on the block, and everybody else knew you, and your families. You'd see the families come over for like Sunday dinner and all that kind of stuff we talk about all the time, and uh, and it was like that all over the country. Don't get me wrong, but in New York, you had Italians in one neighborhood, you had Jews in another neighborhood, you had this, you had that, and they generally got along, I guess, but to a point, just like we did. It was no different, But whenever you saw it on TV, you would see the Italian neighborhoods, or you'd see the Jewish or whatever, and everybody stayed in their damn lane. And why? Because back then, like I remember vaguely in the 60s, but a lot more in the 70s, it was more, everybody respected everybody's like territory or whatever. And you didn't go into somebody else's, a normal, regular person, go into somebody else's territory and just, disrespect them. All right. You were respectful, this and that and the other. You were New Yorkers, right? So, every time they opened their mouth, they sounded disrespectful, but they understood it, and that's all that freaking mattered. Okay, that's all that mattered. It's like down in the South, you know, I disrespect somebody different. It wasn't really disrespect. Everybody understood everybody. Thing is that that's gone now, and they've taken all those, like, taken all those people out and replaced them, basically. And It's like the Great Replacement is not a lot. And they have not only no respect for their city, their block, their house, anything. They have no respect for this entire damn country.
Right.
And it's and I don't care what color you are. Family is where this starts, inside the four walls of your own house. And as most of us who are old enough, and most of us are, we remember how it was. Kids. My house, it wasn't they were seen and not heard, but you were seen and you could be heard as long as you were polite. And and not too loud. You were supposed to be loud outside, not inside. And when adults were talking, you shut the hell up. That kind of thing. And in other places, kids were silent, and it's really, there was just a different way of doing it. Nowadays, you could be talking to somebody, some kid comes up, just interrupts you, and it's like, well, they don't even say excuse me, anything. And if I did that, you had one warning, and then you were in trouble. Period. End of discussion. You were in trouble. Yep, something was going to happen to you, either right then and they weren't parents weren't shy neither. They do it in front of everybody. They didn't give a shit. Or not now, parents at some point, probably in the 80s, mothers had to go back to work. It started 70s really, and so the kids were home alone, and we all know what happens with kids who are home alone. They come up with a lot of genius ideas that are stupid as hell, and things started to happen. We need the discipline back in the house and taken away from the government and given back to the parents. And I'm not saying you should beat the hell out of your kid, tape him to a wall, chain him to a radiator, any of that crap. I'm just saying they need discipline. And part of that discipline needs to be a swift kick in the fucking ass when they think they're in charge. Because, whether you like physical or violence or not, it works. And what it does is it toughens them physically and it's mentally. Okay? And it's as damn simple as that. And if you were wrong, they took out the belt on their neighbor's kid and didn't have a problem with it. Exactly. One neighbor come to my dad and tell him what I did, I didn't even get an explanation in. I was automatically wrong. If a teacher called our house or sent back a bad report, he didn't care what I had to say. They were immediately correct, and I was immediately wrong. And hey, Michael Anthony, how are you? Simple as that, and that's what we need to come back. This whole shit where I'm best friends with my child. You can love your child. You can, talk to them, and joke with them, and all that, all that shit. But in the end, you're their parent, and you need. Let's put it this way: children will come up with a good idea now and again, but it don't happen enough for them not to shut up most of the time. So, Chuck, what do you think? I'm gonna go to Dave.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go to Dave. Dave.
Okay, well, we'll see you next time, Chuck. Because
All right,
Dave,
fine.
you see, Dave will go on forever. But
Oh no,
you know
no,
how
no, no,
Dave
no, that's
is.
fine.
No,
I was gonna make a comment earlier.
No.
I was gonna make a
No,
comment
Dave-
earlier about
Go ahead.
you said we need to get more involved and shit, and I was thinking, if somebody starts breaking into my house and stuff, and I start shooting, I just want to know where do I put the bodies? Do I put them out on the curb, or
I actually
Well,
have
the
a
garbage
client
man.
who works for the. I actually have a client who has Italian mafia in her family. She said if I ever needed to, she could help me, bury bodies.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
Isn't
Okay.
it sad
Just
that
let
is
me know.
actually a good skill to have, Randy? Isn't it kind of sad we're living in a time like that? Holy crap.
But how do we
Especially
transport them down to
boundaries.
you, Randy?
They'll come pick them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see. Especially
Door
boundaries
door
because
to
kids
door
learn
to
Yeah.
jungle to wooded area deliveries for you.
Let's see. Jodell says kids learned there were consequences for their actions. Now they're told to report to their parents. Yeah. You talk about your Nazi Germany. The kids today have learned they can get away with things. I watched a video today, and it was another one of these videos where some girl, she's black, decided it was a good idea to hit her teacher, who was also black.
Oh,
And the
that's
teacher
that's
was
a new one.
she was we'll say a large woman, all right. And this girl hit her, slapped her in the head and about the head. Oh, probably good 6, 8 times. And this teacher had enough, grabbed her by her shirt and threw her on the ground. And I have news for you. Not only do we need to bring back paddling in school, we need to have more teachers that are willing to do that. Because I can tell you, there were teachers in school I hated just like every other kid. No use, but never one time thought of beating them, or attacking them, or any of that crap. And there were
Mm-mm.
teachers that I respected that I don't I looked back now as respected, but I liked them in school and I would have done anything for. And that's that. Parents are scared of their children. You're right, Alan. That is. I think that hits the nail on the head with a lot of these parents. And you can tell it shows. A child is a reflection of the people raising this child. And I went to my daughter's wedding, and there was this girl. She's, I believe, 14, pretty little girl, but you could tell she was probably the class slut, and she was passed out on the grass, dressed up, drunk at 14 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I don't know where her parents were. I know very little about this kid. She pissed me the fuck off because of my daughter's wedding. But people that were raising her were her grandparents, who were the nicest people on the planet, and but old, and obviously not able to handle her. And I don't care about the home. There's too many kids out there that go out. They got a single mother. I'm tired of hearing single mothers use every goddamn excuse in the book, and use being a single mother as a fucking crutch just to get everybody to do everything for them. When there's too many mothers out there that don't do that, and they work 5 jobs and have no life, and they raise their kid or kids. And I used to work in the bars. I knew girls that were single mothers, and they would come in, they would do their job, and they'd go home. They wouldn't be slutting around the bar. They wouldn't be taking guys home with them. They wouldn't be doing any of that crap. That's what they did.
Yeah.
They were quiet, and hell, half the times you didn't even know their name for like 6 months. It's just that was that. And I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of everybody's a goddamn victim. I'm tired of all of it. There's a whole lot of parents today who let their children run wild. Parent. It's also a verb. This is from Joe Dell. You have to parent your child, not just be a parent. No, because if you're not parenting your child, you're not even a parent. You're just, I
Right.
don't know, what roommate? I have no idea.
I agree. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
Joe Dell sounds like
Speaking of
The,
teachers,
the government should not be your child's parent. I'm sorry. The government should not be your child's parent.
no.
oh, that's
That shit
okay.
started in the
That's right.
70s, Dave, if you remember, and Randy, and everybody here, really. Uh, everybody here. Hell, I'm the youngest guy here. That's freaking cool. Um,
But
that shit started in the 70s with the government starting to tell you, remember all them damn books, parenting books and self-help book. There was a freaking self-help
Dr.
book or a
Spock.
parenting book for every damn thing. And all of a sudden it was wrong to hit your kids, and you're supposed to treat them like equals. A kid is not equal to anything but another kid and another kid his age. All right, because kids are stupid. Every last one of them are freaking stupid. Every kid there ever were, including me, was stupid. Okay,
Me
and
too.
hopefully we grew up and, well, let's put it this way, became less stupid. Okay, I mean, I'm old enough now to know I'm not a genius, but you know, they are more like a
Well,
friend. No, you know what? Your friends are the kid down the street, or I don't know, somebody. Okay, not your parents. My parents were not my friend. They, my dad worked 2, 3 jobs. The Christmas, big pile of presents, birthdays, you name it. Um, clothes, shoes, food to live. That was his
Someone was
job.
detected at your front door.
Yeah, perfect. Um, you know, and well, yeah, and he'd do this and that and the other. But when bullet hit the bone, the minute you could tell with my father, the minute you pushed him too far, first of all, there was the look, and God help you if you went past the look. One night, me and my brother coming home from the bowling alley, we were cutting up bad. He was drinking a cup of coffee, smoking a Tiparillo cigar, driving a stick shift, and beating the crap out of me and my brother all at the same time. I don't care who you are. That's mad skills right there. So
I bet he didn't miss any gears either, did he?
he did not. No, and
Shifting.
I'm just, I, you know, it's like you're right, and it was an old truck too. Back, 1970s. There were no cup holders or none of that shit. he, he was doing all of them,
So
man. It was like,
yeah, I got the paddle in school once, and the teacher was right. I was being a dumbass, just like you said. We were all stupid, and I grew up, and yeah, I think I'm doing okay. I mean, I still do stupid things, but most of life is common sense, But I don't know.
Look, guys, I
well,
want to head in.
okay.
I want to call it a
Thank
night. I
you,
got some
Randy,
work
for
yet to
coming.
do. Yep.
I
Thanks for having me.
appreciate
See
you
you
coming
guys.
on,
Good
man.
night, Randy.
No
Good night,
problem.
Randy.
Take care.
Yeah,
See you, man.
yeah, have a good Christmas if we don't see you, Randy, or not. Either way is good. You, dude. Um, when he goes, he don't play. Um,
Right.
I don't know if we're going to be here Wednesday, if it's worth it or not. I know everybody or most got family or something happening. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I had no kids, but I would treat them as if they were in the military, Marines actually. My first wife got mad at me because that's how I treated the kids. Now I not quite like that, but if I was a father, I'd be searching rooms every chance I got. Definitely searching computers, phone, and nobody'd have a goddamn phone. I'm gonna tell you that. You have a phone. You have two other things: a job and an ability to pay for it. Because I ain't giving you $1,000 damn phone at 9 years old. That shit just ain't happening.
Yeah,
Um,
it does. It does. Yeah.
so
Mm-mm.
It does.
I got $150 phone 4 years ago. I'm still using the goddamn thing. And you get some of these kids, they have the latest iPhone, over $1,000 or
yeah,
whatever. Oh, I gotta have it,
yeah,
mommy and daddy, and they go out and give it for them. 9, 10 years old. Yeah,
Well,
that's bullshit.
well,
yep,
but I know the opposite of that, though, too, is that my son and daughter in law have iPhones, and they have the newest iPhone because they have jobs and they can buy themselves the newest iPhone.
Okay, that's fine.
My grandson has an iPhone, but it's at least five or six phones back. His iPad was mine and the only reason I gave it to him was because it was 3G cellular, and I can't use it on 3G cellular anymore, which was the only reason I bought it, so that I
Right.
could use it on
Right.
on on wireless data. But uh, but that's Apple mentality too, though. That if you're working and you think you're doing well, and you can give your kid the newest iPhone because you have the newest iPhone and you can afford to do it. You know, that's what parents do. My father could have afforded to buy us all new cars when we got our driver's licenses, but he said no. He went out, he found a really good deal on a 68 Chevy Impala that was stock, and it went down through all the kids. And I blew it up because I was stupid, but it went through all the kids. And when that car wasn't good enough for you, my brother and my sisters went off and bought their own. And like I said, I drove that car until I blew it up. I probably would have bought it from my dad if I was the last one driving it, and then I wouldn't have blown it up. But
Well,
uh,
my parents bought me my first car and then turned around and had the audacity to make them pay it back. And it was $400 because back then you could buy a good car
yeah,
for $400. And I had to pay him
Mhm.
$25 a week. And then the deal was that every once a month I had to show my father the receipt from the insurance company. If I didn't show him the receipt, I didn't drive. I had to buy my own gas, oil, all that kind of stuff. There was none of this. Oh, you're doing good. Whatever. I had to work. I worked 6 days a week, part time, but still. Um, and I worked with my friends, so that made it easier. But
Yep.
take care, Joe Dell. Thank you for coming by. We appreciate it. Um, kid, kids have no business having a phone. No, they don't. And I heard one time, well, what if I have to get in touch with my child? Your child's in school. You need to get in touch with your child. You call the principal or, you call the office, whatever, and they will get a message to the
Yep.
child. Okay. It's simple. It's not like this
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
rocket science. How the hell you think they used to do it? All right. I mean,
We had to
you
walk
had to
12
go look
miles to
for a
school.
payphone and hope you didn't get mugged at the payphone in some fucking places back when we were coming up, you know. And phones have made kids' life more miserable because that's all they want to do. They're never off it, right? And me half the times I have an iPhone 13 that my wife got us a deal on. It was still
Yep.
too expensive if you ask me. But there's no more home phones anymore. And the last payphone I used was
Right.
actually complicated for some reason. It cost me to call my house from
Yeah.
town cost me like $4. And I was like, okay, well, that sucks. And I could only find one. All right, outside, I believe it was a CVS. So I get it, but there's no kid. There's no kid. I knew when this was going bad back in the 90s. These socks for girls came out and they were called EGs, if anybody remembers that. But they were $10 a pair.
Well,
Okay. And
But you had to have them.
no, I didn't. I was an adult at that point. But I had a girlfriend, her kid wanted them really bad. So she bought her a pair. And I'm like, you just pay $10 for a pair of socks. Every pair of socks I own put together don't cost $10. And I'm like,
right.
who the hell needs a $10 pair of frickin' socks? You know, $200 pair of tennis shoes that, God forbid, if somebody accidentally steps on it, you're ready to kill somebody, or somebody's ready to kill you to steal them off your feet, dead feet when you're dead. Um, it's something. When is the next time you guys are
My
coming on? We're on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If I remember, I will send you the link. Um, so I guess Alan is leaving also for whatever reason. I missed something here.
okay.
or Tina is or something. I don't know. Somebody's leaving. It ain't me,
Tina,
unfortunately.
Tina was
Somebody's leaving.
Tina was replying to Jodell about saying
Oh,
goodbye or good
oh,
night.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tina's still here.
All right.
She also said goodbye. Yeah, she did say goodbye to Callan too, because Alan. I mean, I'm reading that. I'm surprised I can actually read that screen, but my eyes are actually working right for a change. But
Yeah, don't that suck, Dave?
anyway,
It's like hit or miss.
well, the short of it is 5 years ago I had cataract surgery done. Then my right eye started acting up again from a tumor they fried a long time ago, and they started doing eye injections. And
my neighbor gets them.
It never.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never got to the point where the new lenses that were put in that should have brought my right eye back down to 20/20 never did it. Then all of a sudden, 2 days after this last shot, and I've been getting them for 5 years now, I'm without glasses most of the time. And the surgeon that did the cataract surgery said, I can give you glasses, but your astigmatism is only bad if you're trying to read. So, that's why I try not to wear them anymore. But realistically, enough about that. But,
No, I get you. My neighbor gets them shots in the eyes too, but he's like I gotta tell you this, but he's like got glaucoma and cataracts. He's legally blind, but
Yep.
listen to this. He goes through the VA, right? He's in the Army.
Yep.
So today or the other day, they
God,
sent him a letter. He told me to read, and so I'm reading it, and they said, "We are happy to tell you that we have found that you are completely incapacitated and disabled." And I'm looking at this letter, and I'm like, "Are you freaking? They're happy with that?" It's like this is socialized medicine right here.
Well,
This is where socialized medicine, if something about them, it's like they're happy to tell you that you're dependent. Terrific.
Well, I guess you could look at it that way. That yeah, it's really poor that you have to send me a letter that says you're happy to tell me. But was listening to you say that, and I guess I interpreted it as, well, okay, fine. Finally, the VA got their head out of their rectum and realized that they're going to start paying me for something that they should have been paying me for a long time ago. And it's sad. They ought to have to pay you the amount that you would have gotten up to when they gave it to you. Like when I went on SSDI.
They don't do that anymore.
Right. When I went on SSDI 16 years ago, I got a retro check, which was good for about what they said I would have gotten for 1 year. I got a check for $18,000. I paid off a shitload of bills, and that's when I launched my own limousine service.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do it anymore. My brother's legally blind, and he went on it a couple of years ago, and he didn't get it, But anyway.
Yeah, but then you get some of these damn people that are on drugs and shit. They get on disability, and the people that really fucking need it, they can't get it.
Yep.
That's what pisses me off about this system.
My heart cries redder than red for people I know that are going through exactly what I have, and they've been fighting Social Security for 16 years trying to get on it, and they keep going and they keep going. And unfortunately, one passed away, and his wife, I think, got a letter. He's approved. And she's like, "Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah.
He's been dead for 2 years."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's I can tell you this with the VA. Trump didn't do shit. He can sit there and say that if he wants. He did not. Okay, they still will move.
Okay.
There's stories like they had somebody in charge of a VA hospital they completely melted down the finances to where there were none. Then instead of firing them, they sent them to another, run another VA hospital. People who
Right.
are just transferred, pedophiles just transferred. It's a lot like the Catholic Church. I swear to friggin' God. Um, and um, what? Oh, I'm ready. Nose hairs and mustache trimmed. Oh, holy shit. Okay. But in the end, uh, um, there's such a thing, Robert, as way, way too much information. Just so you know, and
Really?
that was it actually. So just so you know. But anyway, I'm sending it to you right now, and it's on its way. Should be there.
His late fee should be doubled.
Yeah, the late fee
Yeah,
should be.
but
Yeah, if you come on after so long into the broadcast, they ought to have to pay you a fine for not coming on
yeah.
at 7 o'clock.
I don't remember what the
Either that or
situation
you
was.
just
Oh,
withhold
it
his
was
pay.
a guy named Billy on Facebook who thought he was a Facebook hero or something. I don't fucking. He was a rip-off artist, is what he was. But um, he was selling off stuff that he used, like that was important or something, and people were buying it up. So one night, I licked a empty water bottle and said, "This is I drank out of this water bottle," because that's how he used to talk. And we're putting it up for bids now. And Robert bid $5,000 and still hadn't paid me. Brooklyn wants the link. Oh well.
Oh, that'd be cool. She is such a
Oh,
excellent
add
person.
me if
I've
you
never
can. I thought
I've,
you meant you were talking to everybody else and you wanted to be friends or something. You'd fit right in this group. Hold on one second. I'll
yeah,
take care of that. Hold on. I've never actually
I've,
heard the
known,
sound of her voice.
I added Brooklyn
I've
as
known her for years.
I sent a friend's request to
Yeah.
Brooklyn. That's what I thought
I've
she
known
wanted.
her. I've known her
Okay.
for.
Yeah,
I've known
come
her
on
for
in.
years
Come on in.
in my groups, other groups. And she really
Good.
is. If you see some of her posts, most of her posts every day in the Facebook news feed will make you stop what you're doing because you are laughing so hard. Even
Plus,
even the negative ones make you just.
I know
Go ahead, Jerry.
I can tell it's her without looking at who it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
There's a few people I know like that. Eric Barton's another one. You can always tell when it's Eric.
Yeah, Eric Martin.
But I can always tell
Eric is great.
when it's her.
Yeah, it'll be good to see some new faces.
Yeah,
too.
it is. Yeah, Billy Sessions, Alan. Yeah, old Billy.
Yeah.
I think he's still going. I don't know what he blocked me. He's got like 24 accounts. He blocked me on damn near every one of them, and I gotta be truthful. I don't really. I'm good with that. It's just,
Have you ever had Eric
Billy
on,
was
Jerry?
no, actually, he never.
Oh, God.
Never been
I
on,
mean-
and it's surprising because he does videos. Obviously,
He should be.
quite a few
Yeah.
of them over the years.
Yeah.
He's
time
not
delay.
a lot different than any of us, other than he don't care what he says ever. And
Right.
Eric's the only guy I know they can come on to Facebook, say hello, and end up getting kicked off like within 3 minutes just by saying hello.
Yeah.
He's the only guy I know who can do that.
Damn.
But
Wow.
and in the end, he lives in
Got talent.
He lives in Northern California, I think.
Armona,
and,
California, which is down around Bakersfield, I think.
Okay, well maybe that's not Northern California, but my posts are always peaceful. Now, Larry, I'll be truthful. I never see your posts in years, ever, and that tells you all you need to know about
That's why they're peaceful.
what the damn social media companies are actually doing. But yeah, it's insane. It really is. We have had, as far as people on X, 144, only 3 engagements. But still, that's the most we've ever had. So thank you to X. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll come back. And if not, we don't know who you are, so it's going to be hard to care. But he blocked me too. Yeah, well, Billy, fucking Billy. Back in the day when Trump was running the first time, there were a lot of guys like Billy. $1,000 to drive 3 blocks from Rich Kent was his name. He drive not 3 blocks, but 3 or 4 miles from his house to go to a rally. He collected 15 grand, and the rally was one of those, yell at you, you yell at us, and everybody thinks they win. That was what he was, giving them money for this and that and so forth. And there was a lot of them guys. There was also quite a few con artists. A lot of people got caught. Um, this is why I always tell people on social media: do not put anybody on a pedestal, because one day they're going to do something that you don't like, and it's break
Yep.
you. And a lot of people, you don't see it. They're still there, but you don't see it as much. Before, it was every other person, and it was all about them, and it was all about how great they were. And I used to watch everybody, and I used to share and post and what all for everybody, and it just got to the point where I'm not doing this anymore because these people are full of shit. And on my show, I at least try to be honest with my opinions and be able to admit when I'm wrong. Because Trump getting elected again, everybody knows I didn't think that was going to happen, and it did. And he's not in office yet, elected, and I think more than likely he's going to be in the
Yep.
White House on was it January
Don't
20th, right? But we'll see on January 6th what
yeah.
happens.
Don't remind everybody that he's not back in there yet, because as I keep saying when this comes up, wasn't there a guy who made a video that was around Facebook for a while that would basically he was planning to go to the inauguration and take him out? I can see the guy. I think it was one of those
Oh,
neon green t-shirts he was wearing,
yeah,
and
I think I
I don't
saw
know
that.
where the video was, but
I think I saw that.
it just put that thought in the back of my mind that he skirted 2 assassination attempts, and the Secret Service was there at both of them, and I don't know who will be at the Capitol or the mall there, and it just I swear to God, if I was being inaugurated on this January 20th, I think I'd move it inside, and everybody would have to go through 27 metal detectors before they got in.
Yep. I think that's what is going to happen too. I don't think
Or
it's going to be. Yeah.
or it would just be, maybe, I don't know, the leadership from the House, the leadership from the Senate, the Supreme Court justices, the chief of staff, all of those people that have to be there sitting in the audience, and that's
That's
it.
it.
The people that have to
Yeah.
be there, and, I'll buy. If I was as wealthy as Trump, I'd buy the TV time on every network that wanted to do it. I'd make sure it was live on Truth Social, but
It'd be live. Most, that's not.
it
I don't know how they're going to do it. Last time they had him behind bulletproof glass during the speech, I
yeah,
remember that. And then when he was
yeah,
remember he was with Barron, when he was I don't know, only 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot tall or something. I don't know. The kid's like a freaking giant.
yeah.
And they were watching the parade.
He's
They
like
were in
7 feet
one of
tall.
those bus stop things, but it was all bulletproof glass. So I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But in the end, are you
Like,
guys going to the inauguration from Sherry Peterson
no.
Parker? No. No, we are not that
Yep.
important, actually,
She,
or nobody knows who we are.
yeah.
But I'm not sure I would do that, because the first liberal who starts doing crap, I might kick their teeth in. or get my ass beat, one of them too. But I'm probably watch it, some of it on TV, as I think most people will, I would assume. And that is a thing that they just brought up, though. I wonder how many of them are not going to show it because it's Trump bad. Because normally back in the day, the inauguration was a huge deal. The entire country watched it.
Oh yeah.
That kind of crap, along with like presidential when they die and they do the horse with the boot in, but um,
Yeah.
everybody like Kennedy and that kind of thing. People watch that stuff, and I don't think they're. I don't know. I know that if wherever it is on,
Right.
well, probably the internet, like a lot of people will watch it on the internet. People will watch because they want to make sure he gets in. Yeah, yeah,
I
and
think there will be so much international press is going to be there with their cameras going, their helicopters in the air,
yep.
covering it. I don't think
drones.
it is not going to be hard to watch at all, even if it's just China flying drones over it to prove that they can do that. But but they're gonna every country around the world is going to be flying. That was just an ad lib. It just came out of my mouth. But the more I think about it now, every country around the world that has a camera drone is going to be having a camera drone there just to prove
I doubt
that
it.
they could get a camera drone that close to Trump.
I think they closed the
no, you're right.
I
airspace.
don't know.
I think they closed the airspace around it for shit like that. Too much
Yeah,
exposed,
good.
especially now. I mean, they
Good.
would have to because of the current situation with drones, where only they seem to know who the hell they are. But I don't know. But which my guess
Yeah.
is it's us, so it's not hard to figure out for them. But normally they'll close the airspace. Like when he does a rally, I think they close the airspace around it, especially with Air Force, not
Yeah.
Air Force One. When he goes someplace while he's president, I know they do. And it's amazing the amount of power that they have to protect the president of the United States.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
who would know this way more than anybody here would be Bongino and stuff like that, because he was a Secret Service agent and
Yeah.
he was many
Right.
times in charge. He was
Yeah.
in the advanced parties, and he was actually a presidential
Yeah.
Secret Service agent where he
Hey.
protected the actual president, and
They-
so he knows stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I got to meet Reagan. For many years, a good friend of mine told me that he was on the White House advance staff. When I met President Reagan and my friend was not standing with me, President Reagan looked at me and said, "How do you know him?" I said, "I went to college with him and just was really good friends with me." He said, so the president looked at me and said, "Don't tell anybody, but he's a Secret Service agent.
Yeah.
I'm on first name basis with him." And I said, "Oh, I said, thanks. We didn't have this conversation." And he looked at me and said, "No, we did not." But,
Yeah,
yeah,
Larry.
yeah. Well, I found out then that that's how they hide things. They say, the White House advanced staff or this staff or that staff. And when you look at it, yeah, they're all Secret Service agents. Sorry, Jerry, I cut you off.
I
Go ahead.
sent two wrong links. Naturally, I thought that this could be the show that we could get through without Jerry screwing it up, but apparently not. That's too much to freaking ask. So let me fix this. But I was when I
Yeah.
got
When
to Eighth
you
and
sent
I,
that first link there, I couldn't get in.
yeah, when I went to Eighth and I, which is in
Huh?
Washington D.C., it's the oldest post in the Marine Corps during the War of 1812. They barracks down because of the way the Marines fought. They respected them. So, the first it wasn't really a parade. We had to stand at attention and present arms and all that, do manual of arms and all that crap. Was when Reagan came back from China, and he was within about 50 foot of me. Now I admit he didn't look over and say, "Hey, Jer, how you doing?" None of that crap, because well, mainly he didn't know who the hell I was. But and when you're standing there like that, you all look the same anyway. But he did salute us, which that's about as close as you're going to get to okay, cool, I guess. And when that is your um, experience in the military, as far as important people, that actually, I was 19, so it was actually pretty cool. So you know, I did a few things in the Marine Corps I'm kind of proud of. That was really one of them. I had no choice, and he was there. I was like, that was a cool thing. But there's a couple other things I did I'm pretty proud of. Also got sent there, had no choice, but still I was there. And even at a young age, I could tell these things were historical and important. One of them was the dedication of the wall, the Vietnam Memorial, and the other one was they were bringing a guy back from Vietnam. Actually, it was his leg. He was a pilot, and he was MIA, and nobody knew who he was back then because this was in the early '80s, before DNA and all that. It was DNA was like brand spanking new. Um, but they have since actually identified the guy, and he's been reburied out of the tomb of the unknown soldier. But yeah, so you kind of get the idea you're doing something. And in these things was really nothing. I was one of 1,500, I think, of the military for the tomb thing, and I was in the Marine Corps platoon. I think there was 30 of us or 29, something like that, for the parade in DC for the wall. I was actually on the 6 o'clock news for about 1.3 seconds, marching in that. Um, and I don't remember the camera guy, but he must have been laying on the ground looking up, because we came up. The camera was looking up at us somehow. I don't remember that, but and it was really close. I assume it was close because I could actually see my face. With the mean look they make you march with. The stoic, straight ahead. I'm a badass look. Which I don't know, whatever. But that was kind of cool. And then we were also on the 6 o'clock news, because after that was over, we all went. A lot of us went back to see the wall, because during the whole parade we didn't see the fucking wall. And I gotta tell you, man, you ain't live till you get there and you see a grown man looking and looking and looking, and all of a sudden fall to his knees and start bawling like a child, because he
Yeah.
found a name on
Yep.
there that was like his best friend, or family member or whatever. Uh, and it was weird. There were thousands, and there was probably 200,000 people there, and at the wall itself, it was like you could hear a pin drop almost. Is crazy. Um, so, and nobody really remembers that. They don't talk about it, none of that. But if you ever get to go to DC, you go see that, because it's stand out. It stands, the black granite, the name. I think they've added actually quite a few names to it since then. And I remember when they were building it, and then they finished it, and then they had the dedication, and because that was a major thing for this country, because of the way the Vietnam vets were treated, not only by the government, by the American people, also after the government. These guys were dying from Agent Orange, and their kids were coming out with like 25 fingers and birth defects galore.
Yeah.
Um, all kinds of crap was going on, and they fought, and they fought for years. I think it was in the 80s. Ronald Reagan finally, I guess, made the VA say, "Yeah, that's what it's from." I mean, this shit was a major pesticide that when it within a little while of spraying it, half the jungle was dead. Okay, and these guys are on the ground while they're spraying it with ponchos, rain ponchos, you know, underneath them, holding it over them, trying to keep the shit off them. And as we all know, that's not going to work. And they paid the price. It's like the water at Camp Lejeune everybody knows about. 50 some
Did,
years.
did
Everybody
we
knew.
not have any idea?
It's crazy. What's that?
Did we not have any idea, Jerry? Did we not have any idea of what that stuff was going to do when it fell on our boys?
Of course.
And we just sprayed it anyway?
Of course. They knew. Listen, Dave.
I mean,
poison to kill. Well, it's
Right.
not human life, but natural life. Okay, trees.
Yeah.
foliage,
A
all kinds.
herbicide. Herbicide.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
You know that when that shit is going on human beings, it may not kill them right then, but enough exposure to it, and they used it all the time apparently.
do it. Well,
You're going to have some problems, and then what is going to happen is through I don't know, bodily fluids. Okay, your children are going to have problems. They had a lot of stillbirth.
Through your
They had a
DNA.
lot of
Yep.
deformities. What you would expect from that sort of thing, just like the water at Camp Lejeune. I'll tell you what it was from. It was dry cleaning
Yeah.
fluid, degreasers, all that kind of shit. They put in 55-gallon metal drums and stuck them out in the field and left them there. So what happens to a 55-gallon steel drum? It rusts, and it rusts for years, and then all of a sudden it springs a hole, and the stuff goes into the ground, which in turn goes into the groundwater eventually. All right, and then people drink it, and you drink enough of it, and this exact same thing is going to happen. The water at Camp Lejeune is no different than the Agent Orange, and the way the VA and the government acted about it was the exact same playbook. So, yeah, they knew. They absolutely knew. There was not one person who came aboard Camp Lejeune, Camp Geiger, or Camp Johnson. They're all three there. Okay. And air station also. So there's 4 bases on Camp Lejeune, from Camp Lejeune. Camp Lejeune is the main one. It's the biggest amphibious base in the world. All right. There's not one person, visiting dignitary, freaking VIPs, generals, politicians that did not know the water was bad. They lied about when they did tests on the water, guys, the water, write the truth down on the paper, and the paper was changed. The numbers on the paper would change so that it can be hidden.
Yep.
All that.
Yep.
Exactly what we're seeing every single day today in our society and in politics and everything was what they did here. It's just a continuing playbook over and over and over again. Required. That would require them to come get all that shit and dispose of it properly. Probably dig up all the ground within 3 acres all the way around, or however big it was. I never actually saw the place, but now what? I just sent them the. Oh shit! Hold on, Jerry fucked up twice. No, that's nice. I'm just perfect at this job.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but yeah, it's the same playbook over and over again. So we're going to now bring on someone else because been patiently waiting for, I don't know, an hour now. Screw him. He's just from Minnesota. Who cares? The Minnesota Madman, Mr. Robert
Who the hell is he?
Lawless, with no camera apparently. Oh, now he's gone again. Hold on.
Okay.
There he
Yeah,
is.
there he goes. All right, we're good. All right. How you doing, Robert? Nice to see you.
Hey,
You missed the
Chuck.
hair.
the man. Dave. How's everybody doing?
Good, good. Glad you could make it.
Yeah,
You missed the hit. You missed the hair though.
I'm not making that up. And let me tell you this right now. I'm not making that up.
That's
I get
great,
a mustache
bro.
going here, and it gets long enough where it just starts. Just my nose off,
Tickling the nose.
and my nose hairs kind of get there.
I can't sleep at night
And
either.
I sat out in Walmart parking lot for half an hour to just going because everything was just, and it's not allergies, it's just my nose hairs just.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Oh my!
You can
God,
have a
miserable.
beard
Oh,
without
shit.
that happening because at some point the nose hair and the beard hair are going to meet somehow,
Dance.
like they're on a blind date. Yeah,
It all
that's just
starts.
the way that goes.
It all starts itching.
Yeah,
It all starts itching as it's growing.
mine
God,
does. And, Dave actually has a pretty good beard when he gets it going.
Look at him.
Got to admit
do.
about that.
I do. I do.
All I'm
Yeah.
I had a, I
Very
had a reason.
self-consistent.
I had a
Yeah,
reason.
Sorry. If
I had a
strive
reason
for
I had to
consistency
shave
in
it
my-
off, and now it's growing back.
So yeah, I see that, Dave. Listen, you're in somebody's house and they don't know you're there doing the show here. One of them two. I don't,
No, I was afraid the IRS was going to raise my taxes and want to take a percentage of it, so I just decided to get rid of it.
So I heard earlier that
My
Jerry said he was
Yeah, you were-
the youngest guy.
yeah, well, not anymore apparently, but yeah, way to go. Way to screw up that too, there, Robert. Damn, what are you doing to me?
Jerry's the youngest guy here. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
I'm the oldest.
No, he's
this
the
guy,
oldest.
Yeah, how old are you, Chuck?
Chuck is the
old
oldest.
are you,
I'm the
Chuck?
second oldest.
68.
Yeah,
I'm
Randy's
68.
a 68.
Born in
When
1950.
Randy was on, I think Randy's 68 too.
I think he's 66.
I was born in
but he could be 60.
1956.
Okay. Then
No, I'm the
Randy's
youngest guy.
66.
62, I'm 60, and
I'm
Robert
60.
is
I'm 62.
29 forever, which annoys me, but that's how that.
Yeah.
I'm 60 as well.
No, you're not. Not yet.
Okay, I'll be 60.
Hi, Jamie.
in
Hi, Jamie.
6 months.
You're 60, really?
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing?
You're 60?
Good, Jerry.
Holy shit! I thought
You're
you were in
60.
like
I
55
got
or
those hairs, though.
56. Holy
He's
crap!
I got nose hairs older than you.
I'll be 60 soon.
That's what I thought. Randy says he's 68. That's what I thought. So him and Chuck are
Oh,
more or
okay.
less
I'm
tied.
sorry. I can never remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'll be
know,
63 next month.
I got to tell you
God
something.
bless.
I was 18 yesterday. What the hell happened?
Mhm.
Remember? You know,
I
Rob,
agree.
we were all young and
Yeah.
we were all freaking ready to take on everything and anything, and look at us now. Holy shit. What the hell? Yeah, exactly.
Now I can barely. I was like this, and now I can barely drink a case of beer up the fucking steps. Damn it!
And now I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock at night.
We'll carry the empties out to the trash when you're done. too.
Friday and Saturday night are just like Monday. I just I don't do anything. I stay home. Damn.
I know. We're
You know
time.
what I
goes.
never wanted to be, Robert? I never wanted to be the old guy at the country. Like I go to country, type clubs. And I was always the fucking old guy sitting at the bar, checking out all the young chicks. And I used to watch that when I was in my 20s. I said, I will never become that guy. And I haven't.
Yeah.
So I've accomplished something, I guess. I don't know. Alan
Yeah.
says, hey, Jamie, So there you go. Alan's been
There's a
very
lot of
polite
things
for
that
some
I
reason, so
back
I'm
on and go, I
expecting
wish I never became.
a few zingers of some sort. I don't know, but what's your plans for Christmas, there, Robert?
We're gonna go get a
That's nice. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I like that part. Yeah, I like that.
I saw. I saw. Yeah, I saw one of those
I
for
like this
sale.
right
I
here.
haven't bought one yet, but I saw
Hey,
that.
media. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jamie, that's my Christmas present from Jamie.
He was at the America Fest, which is
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
a
at,
turning point thing.
in
Yeah, Trump
Arizona.
was there, and I caught part of his speech. He was talking up TikTok, like I guess Trump Media and Technology Group must have got him an account over on TikTok, and he posted stuff there, and he said his numbers were phenomenal. And now I'm thinking, he was pushing
Yeah.
at one point the TikTok be
Yep.
shut down.
Yep.
I wonder if he's going to push it, not push it, they shut down. I wonder if he's going to buy them, add it to Truth Social,
Well,
and then
Yeah.
I doubt
probably
it.
merge it all into X.
I don't know, but yeah, he also
Well,
said the woke something is bullshit. I don't know about anybody else. I kind of like a president that will now and again just let it something. I think he let an F bomb go once. I remember it was a long. I think he's in first term. And that's fine. That
in a
shouldn't probably
speech?
happen, but too often, if
No.
at all. But bullshit or shit or something like that. Yeah,
No.
I want to see a guy who
Yeah.
acts like a regular guy, once in a while. And Trump will curse somebody out in private. You know that. And,
Oh, I'm sure he does.
so,
I'm sure he
yeah.
does. I hope I'm never on the end of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I really do.
yeah,
I'd be crying.
getting
I'd be
cursed out by
crying
the
the first time
president.
I
I don't
meet
know
him, and
about
he'd
that.
drop more.
But
He'd drop more F bombs than Eric Barton, and I'd probably be crying by the time he was done.
Yeah, Eric
Yeah.
Martin. He's pretty.
Wow,
he's a character, isn't
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Oh, I love Eric. I've known Eric on Facebook for a billion years.
Yeah. Well, you've been on Facebook that long. Look at you. That's why
Yeah.
you look the way you do, Dave.
Yeah,
That's
Dave,
what
you
Facebook
were on
does.
it
Just about.
when Facebook
Just
was
about.
It's a cautionary
tin
tale,
can
folks.
with a
I joined Facebook in 2009 when a conservative patriot could still be a Republican.
Well, Robert, what is
Boy, that was a mouthful.
what is your plan for the holiday here? What do you call Christmas, New Year's, all that kind of crap?
I'm going to get my sister tomorrow, or I work tomorrow till 2:00. Then I go get my sister, and it's just gonna be me and my wife, my sister, and our dogs.
The hooligan.
And we're just gonna sit around. We're gonna watch. So for Thanksgiving, we watch Christmas Vacation. Shitter's full.
Yeah.
And so Jamie bought us
Yeah.
the movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
So
movie.
very
Yeah,
cool.
I remember seeing that in the movie theater.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Dan Aykroyd, he was
Yep.
he was the drunk Santa. Remember him?
And the Duke brothers at the end of that trade, Mortimer pays the other brother $1. 'Cause
$1.
That's all they bet.
Yeah.
That's all they bet. 'Cause
Maybe that's what happened.
I remember
With
Dan Aykroyd
Biden.
saying to Eddie Murphy saying that was, they did this to us for $1.
Mhm.
And that was
Yeah.
when they went into screwing up the Dukes. Yep. That was a classic movie.
That's it.
Yeah, because in the
So-
last scene was the two old guys, Hume Crone and whoever else, living in an
Donovan.
alley somewhere or something. And the other
Yep.
two were sitting on a beach in Tahiti as the orange juice kings or
They
something.
took
I
off
don't
to
know.
an island.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
They stole the real orange.
Well, what
from
about
Florida.
you, Chuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you? What about you?
Oh, I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast listening. I'm having a blast listening to this guy. He's all right.
Yeah. He's all right. Don't
Yeah,
don't give him a
no,
big
Hey,
head. He won't be able to get to the
It's,
door. I
do
meant,
that.
what are you doing for
yeah,
Christmas?
that's all right.
What are you doing for Christmas? Snowed in, a
Oh,
storm,
going over to
anything?
this no snow or ice tomorrow. That's
Any
I'm not
rain?
gonna do shit. Going out to my daughter's.
There's
Not
some
that I
rain
know
in our
of,
force.
but anyways, yeah. Well, you're up
You're in
north.
Wisconsin, right?
We were supposed to have a winter weather advisory this morning from 3 o'clock in the morning until 3 this afternoon, but we didn't get nothing. I think it all went north. So
North,
happy
Minnesota?
holidays.
Oh,
No, Wisconsin Central.
Well, what do you
But,
guys eat?
No, we're going over to my daughter's house tomorrow after.
What are you eating?
Huh?
What are you going to eat?
Well, now the other night,
Yeah.
the other night, we went over to her family's get together, and we had tacos
Huh.
instead of something, instead of the
I
traditional
can
stuff,
live with that.
ham and all that. Yeah, we had tacos.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, fucking turned out good too. Yeah, it was good.
was it
Yeah.
like
I don't mind
big,
that shit.
like
You know
turkey
what? It's way
or
easier than sitting
ham
there cooking the
tacos?
ham or another turkey or some crap or another. You go, you have a hamburger or hot dog or freaking taco, I guess. And I gotta tell you, as long as it's good
Soft shell tacos and regular hard shell.
and
I
they're
know
not
why you had
shoveling up
soft
off
shell.
the floor for you, you know what? People enjoy food at parties, and it just makes for a better time. So it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's good. That's it. That's all you got to have. You know,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
you know.
cooked by
yeah,
somebody
it was
else.
really good.
Davo.
She made a bunch of cookies and stuff to
Oh,
go.
there
I
you
mean,
go.
homemade.
Yeah, I got to
cookies.
make cookies
But,
tomorrow.
Where the hell are you going? Back
Davo,
here.
what about you?
We're
You
having
going
a
in for
ham.
Christmas, or how Hanukkah
We're
starts
having,
when?
we're having
Tomorrow or
ham.
Christmas Day?
Actually, it's both. No, it's actually both. Christmas Day is Christmas Day. Christmas night is the first night of Hanukkah.
Right. My wife told me.
It does happen. It does happen every once in a while that the two run parallel. That Christmas either comes in at some point, but yeah, this is the first time that I remember that I actually remember that they both are on the same day. So we will be
Well, happy Hanukkah to all of those. Yeah.
we will be celebrating
Uh-oh.
Christmas, and
Uh-oh.
we will probably spend some of the time on the phone with our youngest son and daughter-in-law who are in Texas, because it's our grandson's third Christmas and our 6-month-old granddaughter's first Christmas.
I'm sorry. Does
So we
that
will
say
probably spend some time on the phone with
$67?
them as well.
$67 for what?
For what?
prime rib.
What is it?
This is
No.
a
Prime
rib
rib?
roll right here. 5 pounds.
There must be some prime rib.
Hold on.
For
That's my
$67.
supper
Oh.
for tomorrow or for the Christmas.
That's freaking proper.
Make
Did
us
you
all
go to
drool.
for that? Did you go to a shop for that?
Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I
I
did.
noticed the brown paper. I have not seen meat
Shit, I'm-
in brown paper in so many freaking years. I'm actually. Doesn't have a lot of butcher
67.
shops. We need butcher shops. We need bakeries. Especially Italian ones, because they make
got a-
the good
got a
bread
lot
and
of
they got
butcher
good
shops.
Are
cookies and
looking
shit.
for the only, it was our
We got a lot of
butcher
those
shop.
up in Wisconsin too.
But more importantly, I know for a fact this is from America.
Yeah,
Not from
it's
any
just-
other fucking
yeah.
country. I'm
Yeah.
not going to buy it from
I hear
Walmart
you.
Yeah,
because I know that could be
Yeah.
Syrian.
from Walmart in China. Yeah, Walmart in Syria is probably closing now.
Does freaking Walmart even have prime rib, or not prime? Whatever that is.
Yep, they did. They had rib roasts. Yes.
Do they?
Yeah, they have rib roasts, but they're like $900 if you can find one.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen one at Walmart. And if I did, it's probably because it's so damn small and cost $112.
Yeah.
You'd miss it. But
Yeah.
I got no matter
Yeah,
where
reason
I
you
lived
probably
in
haven't
The
seen
Florida,
roast.
there's not many. There used to be butcher shops and bakeries everywhere.
Everywhere.
Every town
Yes.
had them,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it was good. Not anymore though. I just found a great butcher shop.
Yeah. See, the reason you had never seen that at Walmart,
They don't. No, they
the reason you never saw the prime rib at Walmart is somebody probably always stole it.
no, not ours. But
Really? Oh,
no.
yeah.
I have a grocery store here. It's called Winn Dixie. I think Aldi's just bought them out, but
Yeah.
Winn
Aldi,
Dixie.
yeah. Aldi's just bought it.
Winn Dixie used to be the beef men. They had the commercial. Winn Dixie made all of their men beef men, setting the standard.
Yeah.
And you'd go in there, and they'd have a side of beef in the window, or in the back, and they'd butcher it, and do all the shit they do. And now it just they stuff comes in, they put it in the package, slap the price tag on it, and that's their guys. And you'd see the guy come out, go on break, and he had blood all over him, and nobody cared. Nobody,
No.
Yeah.
because they decided to be for whatever come in, they would do their thing, and then they package it up and put it out there for you. And it was all fresh, and you could see it doing it. So it wasn't like, now it just,
Yeah.
they either show up packaged and the deli, there's some like woman in there, look like she's given up on freaking life, takes her 20 minutes to get you a pound of cheese, that kind of crap. Yeah, I'm serious. That's our
No, I know.
Walmart, and
I know.
our Walmart has just enough shit to not have what you need every freaking
Yep.
time. We are like the redheaded stepchild of Walmart's. Like we're the last one in the line, and whatever they got left over, they bring to ours. And
Fair.
But-
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I prefer to.
Agreed,
I'd
Tina.
rather
Yeah,
live.
like Tina says, Publix is
anyway.
crazy.
Publix, yeah,
Publix
they're the
is
same way
crazy.
though. They don't do butchering in
Prices.
Publix here.
No.
No, they have
No.
a door
Yeah.
where they
From-
come out and put the beef out there and everything else.
From-
That's it. You don't know what's going behind. You have no idea what's going on at that
From
door.
what
Yeah.
from what I read about Aldi and Winn Dixie, some stores are just going to remain Aldi's like they were. Some stores are going to have the Winn Dixie name on the outside, but it will be an Aldi's on the inside, and some will actually remain
Sounds crazy.
remain Winn Dixie's. Matter of fact, they just bought a grocery store about a half a mile up the road from us that actually is too big to be an Aldi's.
Well,
So I'm not sure what exactly they're going to do on the inside of it, but
I can tell you,
Put a tattoo shop in there or something. There you go.
all these tattoo
Yeah.
shop. I don't think I'd want to get a
But-
tattoo there. I gotta be truthful.
oh,
But ours,
yeah,
Be
tell you,
cheaper.
ours, it was weird because we just thought they were upgrading, and they redid the entire store. I mean, every shelf was taken out, new ones put in, all new cash registers, and the carts. They're with the ergonomic freaking handles and the cup
Aeronomic.
holders, 2 of them. Freaking cup. The only thing this thing was heated seats
Jesus
for the
Christ.
pet that sits in the seat. Okay, that was the only thing missing.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I
I'd like
found
to
out
go at
that
least 40,
they
50
just
hours
said
on
Aldi's
each
bought
other.
them, and I asked because Winn Dixie here is
Yeah.
very expensive anymore because we got a Walmart, and the Walmart is much lower prices. So Winn Dixie has no, they don't have as many customers. But it's a really nice store to walk into now. Back then, in the beginning, it was kind of a dump,
Yeah.
but it's not anymore. So Anyway, guys, we're out of time. Robert, I'm glad you
All
got
right.
here so we could get rid of you sooner.
I'm sorry I'm late.
I don't know.
I'm sorry I'm late. Sorry
Whatever.
I'm late. I'll pay the fine.
No, it's fine.
Glad
Yeah,
Glad you
okay,
could make
we'll
it.
put it on
Glad
your
you could
bill.
make it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
thank
put it on your freaking bill.
I'm
But
sure-
Yeah, Jerry will put it on his
Can't
bill.
wait to
on
get
your
my bill.
You have to pay it before he sends you the next link, or else you
I
can't
got
get
it.
on.
But
Hey,
I appreciate
Get it
everybody
up to my
came on
account.
tonight. Thank you. Always makes it so much better when you guys are here. Appreciate everybody in the comments. Being involved. That was really great. A lot of this. Some new people too. Also, I must know why everybody's pointing at me, but if you poke my eye out, I'm kicking some ass somewhere.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3,
I
point
enjoyed
at
the
Jerry.
show.
Go.
Merry Christmas to all. I don't know if we will be here Wednesday because obviously it's Christmas and Hanukkah actually. We're not doing anything because my daughter ain't coming up, so I'm making my wife a ham tomorrow for Christmas Eve because
Nice.
they celebrate Christmas too. And we don't really exchange gifts or any of that crap, so it's not really going to be.
No.
I may go do a garbage
Just
fire
another
on
day,
Christmas
right?
Day. I have no idea. But
Yeah,
in
there
the
you go.
end, we'll see what happens. If you see us, you see us. If you don't, we won't be on. Saturday,
Okay.
nobody could come. I think Chuck was busy. I know Nick was. Daryl was. Dave couldn't make it. And I had a really, really, really bad day, and I probably wasn't in that good a mood to do it. And it probably was best we didn't have one, so that's why I wasn't here. All right. Plus, I
okay.
hate doing this shit
I
on my
thought you were
own
talking about.
anymore, man.
I thought you were talking about next Saturday, and I'm like, going, he's predicting all this. He's
No,
like, I'm gonna have a.
no, I don't. I don't.
No,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
schedule.
no.
I know that I don't
Oh,
schedule bad
sorry.
days, there, Robert. No.
Okay, sorry, I
No.
lost track.
No.
Okay. Next Saturday, I'm gonna have a bad day. Daryl
Yeah.
can't be here.
Yeah.
Well, you pencil in things, Robert. You pencil them in.
Hey, don't forget to play
Anyway,
the Mega
Dave.
Millions, guys.
Oh
Yeah, play the Mega Millions down
Oh.
here. Yeah, it's like almost
yeah,
$1 billion.
don't bother. I already won it. Sit back.
Nah.
Take y'all to the
Fine.
island with me. It's
Okay,
not gonna
okay.
be kind of
Oh, that
no
convinced
island
me.
like Epstein or Puff Daddy stuff. It's just gonna be a good island.
Well,
Good
No,
deal.
you know what's going to happen?
Oh.
30 whenever it gets that high, 45 people win at one time. Okay,
Yeah.
every other
That's true,
time
too.
it's like one person.
and they're all getting
But
it's like,
I mean, but I guess it's still millions of dollars, so shouldn't be too greedy. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like
45 people are going to win it, and they're all going to get deported on January 21st and take it all with them.
yeah, probably. Actually, that's
Right,
probably
right.
true. Yeah. Dave, you got any last words for tonight?
Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody, and to all a good night. And the next time I'm here will be the next time I'm here now. Probably Saturday night.
All right.
And
Friday.
I'm done with my broadcast for the week
Friday
anyway.
night.
So,
No?
yeah. Bill Muckler will not be here this week for Red Friday morning, but Randy and I will probably throw something together. Chuck, you're welcome
If
to
I'm
be there.
available.
Robert, you're welcome
Well,
if you're available.
Robert's the
Jerry,
only
you're
one
always
who's
available, but I know
employed
you're
around
usually
here,
busy,
so,
but you watch.
What?
That's right.
So we want to what?
yeah, what the hell, man?
I
Yeah,
got a
what the
job, dudes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You got a job?
Oh, man. What's wrong?
What the hell is
I
a
don't know.
job?
Yeah, really.
Well, listen,
Big
listen,
Chuck. You got anything, Chuck?
Yes, sir. Just everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Celebrate the holidays the way you want to, and like Jerry always says, keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of everything that's going on around you, because look at New York. How we started the show out tonight. Very sad, and I don't want to see it happen again. But I just this is what has come to our country, and like you say, if they do that shit, that's why I carry all the time. Even in the house here, I carry. Somebody comes in, they're going to get carried out. So just be careful,
Yeah.
everybody. Stay safe. Have a good night. God bless. Bye.
Thank you, Chuck. That was a lovely Christmas message about killing people. So that's nice. I appreciate it. No, he ain't
It's
wrong.
truthful.
I'll
It's
tell you that. He
truthful.
ain't freaking wrong. So
Right, yeah, exactly.
you
I was
know,
gonna say, speaking truth, by the way.
yeah.
Good night, Jamie.
But-
Do you escort Santa Claus?
Good night.
Hey,
Huh?
hey, Chuck, do you escort Santa Claus on Christmas Eve? Do you
No,
escort Santa
there's
Claus on Christmas
there's
Eve?
there's a curfew on the holidays. Can't escort. You won't see any oversized loads
Oh,
on
okay.
the holidays like that. So, no,
Really?
can't do it.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen quite a few at the Walmart. They go out. I don't know why you can't. But Robert, you got any last words for the evening here? Or
I
week
just
or
got
whatever?
that. I just got that.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It was slow. It was a slow one. I get it. Yeah.
I guess so.
Mr. What the hell's what the hell is this look? You look like the Grinch. What the hell, man?
Oh, Christ. Now, the next time he's going to come on, he's going to be all green.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you know, gangrene.
Robert?
Shitter's full. No,
There you go.
What the hell was that?
that's what it says right there. Shitter's full.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought you were speaking Hebrew or something.
Yeah, I'll make it real quick. And we can pick this up on another time that I show up. I work with a lot of kids and a lot of adult. I manage about this year. I actually got involved a little bit more deeper with the scheduling and everything else with my winter job. I had to do a lot of phone calling and get people in. Anyways, my point is this: over the years, the last 2 years, I've seen a lot of kids come through 18, 17, 16 that all went off to do wonderful. I have a couple friends that worked out at lift operations, little part-time job. Went off to do. They're actually in commercial airlines. I've got a couple other friends that are actually in the military, in the Navy, and in whatever that are all of a sudden. Most of the kids that I deal with now don't even bother with Facebook. They just don't even fucking care. But you can see it very clearly. I can see it very clearly, and it's mind blowing. The kids that come through our office, you can see which ones came from a big city and which ones came from a farm town. Straight up,
Tell
hands
'em how.
down. The hands down.
Tell them how. Tell them.
Tell them how what?
How you can
You-
tell.
please,
You told us before.
Oh, yeah, they show up in Crocs in a sweatpants and boofy hair. And I'm like going, you do realize that you just applied to a ski resort. You're going to be working outside in the elements. Yeah, that's okay. I'm good. Okay. Farmer kids, small town
Big
kids show up,
overalls.
overhauls, cow shit on their fucking boots,
They
And-
got a can-do work
and
attitude.
they show up dressed
City folk
to
don't
do it.
relate,
And
fuck,
it's
they
like,
want
you
to
can
play on the phone.
No, I have, and like I said, this is for another time. I've wrestled with this in my head with some other lift operators out there that are in control of some things. And I see an awful lot of kids going through the cracks out there because some other people that run the place show favoritism towards other kids that came around. You can't have kids leading kids because then you get problems. And there's been times that I saw some kids and had heard complaints go, well, every time I work, I got to go do this, but all them guys get to do that. And there was like some secret kind of freaking refrigerator that if you were in the clique, you could go to the refrigerator and get yourself a bop. Meanwhile, all the rest of the other kids were like going,
Where's mine?
I've learned a lot in the last 2 years out there about that. I was that kid that had no sense of anything. That
Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, I don't want to get too involved with it because I know it's getting late. But if I would have had a little bit more direction, or somebody that came up to me and said, "Rob, wake up, let's do this,
Yeah.
let's go." And I've done that to several kids, and they went out and done things, and it's fun. Anyways, love you guys. I wish I could be here more,
All
but I
right.
do
Take care.
got it.
That's cool.
We like you.
So,
Yeah. Well,
Merry
we
Christmas.
Yes, there you go. I notice people are saying that much more, even here where I
I
live.
have
which
future
is
hope in our
very
country.
cool.
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very, very, very cool. And I got to tell you, you go on like X, which we all know X is a quagmire still. It is, okay, but I
Yeah,
see that, and I also see people determined to keep up with this shit now. For into the future, to hopefully it doesn't happen again, at least in our lifetime. I don't know, but
Nope.
I believe this. I do believe this country is in for a huge correction for the good. So I hope we'll
Gonna
see. We'll see.
swing to the right. Hopefully not too
Yeah.
far, but enough to slap
Yeah,
some people in the face.
No, we need to. It's basically the what's that? It's something about the adults in the room, and the adults need to be in the room. They need to be
Yep.
leading the pack, not the children. So, that's
They do.
that's it. So I'm glad to see it
They
and
do.
glad to hear it, and I do. There's a lot of hope, and I haven't seen that in you know 4 or 5 years. I mean, I think people got tired of everything they were
Yeah.
trying to do to Trump when he was still president. So it was an overload because they were still strong then. They're not anymore. They have been dealt a major blow. A major. They're not dead, but they have been dealt a major blow. And what Trump is about
Yep.
to do with all these people he's trying to put in, which is pissing off all of them. I think that,
Good.
and always
They
remember,
deserve it.
even
They
if you
deserve
don't
it.
agree with something
They
he's doing,
deserve it.
he knows more than us. It's just, about these situations. He knows more than we do about
Yeah.
the background type shit. So, far be it from me
I
to
think
say
he has
anything
their
cute,
best interest.
but stick to the plan. All right, stay with the
Yep.
plan. So we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I don't know.
Good
I'll be
night.
here Wednesday. If you see it, we are. If you don't see us, we won't be. And that's about as simple as I can make that. It is Christmas. I got to talk to Nick. See, and he's going to be with his family. So it depends on how sick of his family is, whether we'll be here or not. And also, like
Yeah.
everybody else has got family or some damn thing to do. So, and whatever. But we will be back definitely on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are the American Rebellion. We are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. And always remember, it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry. On behalf of Randy,
Love it.
Dave,
Love it, Jerry.
Chuck, the Chuckamator, and Robert Lawless, we bid everybody a good evening and a very Merry Christmas. And be a new year here pretty soon, folks. Be a new year pretty soon. So,
Yep. Yep.
hopefully it'll be a good one. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
All right.
I hope so.
Take care, guys, and
All right.
enjoy your holiday. Bye.